How are we doing today? Let's go ahead and turn the music down because we're going to be talking about a content creator we haven't talked about in a long time. Okay, guys? And it's honestly embarrassing with this woman because honestly, I don't know what's going on, all right? Or where she thinks she is or where she thinks she's going. But I can tell you right now, it's nowhere. And it's nowhere fast. That's where she's going, along with all the other Fumble Rumble Reject Squad that are on YouTube in this space. Okay, so it's very interesting. For those of you who don't know, Pearl has had a very tough year. Okay, she had a tough year last year, leading into this year. Okay, it was just bad. You got exposed by Piers Morgan live on air. You're getting canceled because you decided that you wanted to invite a racist guy like Nick Fuentes and then agree with them about slavery. Just being an embellishment weaponized by politics, because that's what it is. Yeah. Don't vote red because slavery. We gotta do that, right? You're supporting Nick Fuentes and all this other stuff. The controversies upon controversies. Okay, not to mention being called out for her pedophilic tendencies on Twitter, because it's very odd. Okay, she's been losing accounts left and right. She's officially been departed by YouTube. Lots of things are not going well with just Pearly things. Okay, it's even getting worse. Okay, now here's the thing. Couple interesting things recently happened with Pearl, and it's actually hilarious. Okay, one of them is the recent video, if you guys haven't seen, of her brutally getting roasted by Abba and Preach. Okay, because she went on this show. I think it's like the Alex Stein show or something like that. And basically, I don't know what the hell was going on, but it was a complete and utter shit show. It was a complete and utter shit show. I had no idea what was going on, but ultimately she got confronted on a couple of things that she's been saying on Twitter, because that's the hangout she goes and deals with right now. Okay, and it was about the whole pedophilic comments and things like that. But not only that, okay, another one was her being confronted regarding those pedophilic comments by Miss Gonzalez here, and she was not playing around. She decided to call out Pearl for her tweets that she's been making on Twitter that are very uncomfortable. And it turns out that Pearl has been ducking a lot more than her beauty care routine, because it seems as though she was ducking from Miss Gonzalez on the smoke, because they were supposed to be on the same show, and it didn't work out because Pearl chickened out and didn't want her there, which I find very interesting, because again, it's just similar behaviors we're seeing with a lot of these people, where they talk a lot of shit, right? They do things to intentionally antagonize people. And then when you respond, they turn around and call the cops. That's them, all right? When you respond, they're tattletaling, okay? Even though they were complicit in starting the shenanigans, now that you retaliated, they're using everything in the book to discredit you, label you a reaction channel that takes things out of context, whatever you want to call it. That's what these guys tend to do, okay? So it seems like she's been running from Ms. Gonzalez, and she really wants that smoke, because I mean, again, this is what Pearl does. She starts shits on the internet and then, doesn't have the balls to back it up, or plays really freaking dumb. Now, here's the thing. Pearl is dumb. Okay, you got to understand what I'm saying here. She's actually dumb, okay, because in reasons we're about to explain right now, okay, it's a no-brainer. But she also knows how to act dumb. Okay, and that's one thing you guys cannot underestimate about Pearl here. She definitely understands how to play stupid, okay? In addition to actually being stupid. I know it doesn't make any sense, but she's intentional about that. So, for instance, here's the thing. She will go so hard and argue about a point. Okay, let's say Andrew Tate, for example. You guys remember when she went on the Sosnick platform and she was arguing with Destiny and some couple other guys about Andrew Tate, right? And when she officially got confronted, because when she was talking, defending Andrew Tate off the Wahoo, it sounded like she didn't know what she was talking about. It sounded like she never read the indictment report. And that's what everyone was saying. They're like, this guy, clearly the evidence is there. But no, Pearl, he said this is the Matrix. You know how she talks, where she sounds like she's got a gaggle of saliva just stuck to the roof of her mouth, being held there by her tongue, right? And then she's just, it's like, oh my God, dude, I would rather drag my nuts through 2 miles of broken glass than sit through a 5-minute conversation with her talking. Just saying, okay? Don't listen. Don't get mad at me, okay? Stuff gets annoying sometimes. That's why we don't cover Pearl too often, just because her voice, like it deeply distresses me. I'm not joking with that. It's not a joke, okay? But Pearl, what she does is she goes hard in the paint for one thing, the usual way she does it, and then when she gets pressed hard enough, all of a sudden she plays, I don't know. Well, I'm not that versed in it. Well, I don't know all about what's going on. And it's a common theme we see amongst a lot of this pill popping weirdos, right? You present the facts in front of their faces, right? It's there. It's right there. You can see it black as day, okay? And they will look at it and say, well, one or two things. Either they completely dismiss it, okay, right? They'll flat out dismiss it, and Myron is really good at this, all right? Or they'll play ignorant. So you present the facts to Pearl, and she'll, well, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know anything when it comes to that. I don't know anything when it comes to this. I don't know anything about anything, right? And we've seen that multiple times. And it's like, then why argue? Like, why argue and say shit and then play dumb? Unless she's not actually playing dumb, but she is playing dumb. She's playing dumb and she is dumb. I hope I've explained myself very well here. But the very reason why she's in this video is because she did the exact same thing, playing dumb, and then she thought we were stupid and we're not going to catch this shit, okay? And this is regarding a lot of the stuff that she's been saying on Twitter, and she did get called out for it. Now, I'm not sure what the Alex Stein podcast is really all about, okay? But the guy is kind of weird. He seems like if Mitt Romney had a baby with Tucker Carlson, that's what that guy looks like to me, okay? So I'm looking at it like, what is this? Like, they're trying so hard to be very conservative, like, geez, right? So anyways, get to the crux of the show today, all right? So Pearl then goes in, gets called out, and it gets the attention of Abba and Preach. Yes, if you guys didn't know, Pearl and Abba and Preach are beefing, okay? That's a beef that's happening as we speak, even though it's not as big and as crazy as the Abba and Preach versus Fresh and Fit beef, okay? They're actually beefing because you guys already know Pearl, she's a turncoat, okay? She started off talking shit about Fresh and Fit, okay? Oh my God, these guys, they ridicule women and they try to kick him out. She even went on the show, right? And then does a 360 after talking shit about them, and then starts going on their nuts heavy, right? And this was mainly after the Nick Fuentes controversy, okay? You guys understand, the Nick Fuentes controversy really left Pearl looking for friends because she realized that ain't nobody here gonna sit down and stand up for that racist shit you're doing, all right? Ain't nobody gonna take the fall for that, girl. Maybe a couple people like Queen Riches, Auntie Jenny, where they channels out right now, all right? All these other guys, at least you kept Blessings in the background. Lord knows what's going on with him. Like, I mean, he's still the one left. All right. But again, nobody was going to sign up for that shit. Okay. So she realized, oh, I'm all alone. I got no friends. Everybody's coming after me. Okay. So then she realized, well, I need to make allies. And Fresh and Fit, you know, being the ones also beefing with Abba and Preach and some of these other reaction channels, it actually makes sense for me to try to suck up to them. And that's what she's been doing the entire time. Now, chat, when we saw this happening, we were off of one or two different conclusions, right? And it was mainly one where we're thinking, yeah, of course Myron is going to ignore this. I mean, why? I mean, just why? I mean, Myron is petty. He is petty, okay? A petty individual with mommy issues, all right? This guy is definitely not going to take you back, okay? We see how he behaves on his show. What makes you think after he just saw you being fake, and then apparently, according to Myron, he values loyalty among scammers, okay? Why would you think in your infinite wisdom he will take you back, right? And to be fair, we thought the same thing. We were on the same page. Like, I mean, we kind of know Myron. We know what he's all about. I mean, this is more likely what he's going to do. Well, I stand here or sit here corrected. I apparently we were wrong. We were all wrong. They have actually made up. Fresh Fit. They are together now. Pearl decided to do a apology in front of everybody. And we all saw it, and basically stooping as low as she could possibly stoop to bow to her red pill overlords, finally recognizing their superiority over her, a mediocre channel, okay? So she went live with Fresh and Fit. They were doing a show, and she actually dead ass apologized to Fresh and Fit. Okay, now here's what was very interesting, and actually it kind of gives us a little bit of pat on our backs because we weren't totally wrong. Okay, it turns out Myron was actually a butthurt and emotional, right? It turns out when he saw that Pearl was calling him, he decided, you know what, fuck this bitch, I ain't answering the phone, and he hung up on her. He hung up on her. So what changed in between then and then now? Where I mean, all of a sudden you guys are all best friends that anybody could ever have, right? Like what happened then? I don't know, chat. And we're about to discuss all of that today. But before we get to any of that video, all right, we have to first address the sponsor of today's show. All right. And you guys already know it's the YouTube like button. More specifically, you guys. Yeah, that's right. You guys watching the show right now. You guys make this happen. So every time you guys are here, I appreciate it. You guys can be anywhere in the world right now. Some of you guys are anywhere in the world right now, watching from all different time zones and locations and continents. Like, I appreciate you being here, spending tonight with dukendon, and it means a lot to me. So please don't even waste your time. All right, while you're here, go ahead and hit that like button because that's the best way to sponsor the show. And if you fuck with the show so far, go ahead and leave us a nice little subscribe so YouTube lets you know whenever you're dropping a video on one of these fools in town. All right, let's get to it. Now, chat, we got to start with the creme de la creme, okay? And the creme de la creme is Pearl's apology video to Fresh and Fit live. We got to watch the utter just swallowing of pride that went down in the ultimate prostration to the superior red pill content creators that is Fresh and Fit, done in part by Pearl. Okay, so we got to bring this up because, again, what this shows you is how desperate and clout driven a lot of these people are, and how they don't stand on principle. They'll tell you all day long, yeah, I got principles, I stand on them, right? They'll tell you that all day long, but in actuality, it's not there because they understand the game of the internet, and the game of the internet is clout. Whoever has the biggest clout, they get, the spoils. Okay, that's just is what it is. So they get the fans, they get the money, they get the super chats, they get the market cap and all that stuff. Now you can have competitors like the whatever podcast, and it's like the whatever podcast would be like a battle between like Sam's Club and Cutco or Costco, right? It's the same thing, like big competitors, two different companies trying to get into the same market. Although I think Costco's winning that bet over Sam's Club. Isn't that a Walmart thing? Ain't Sam's Club a Walmart brand? I thought it was like a Walmart Costco. But anyways, that's what we're seeing right now. Okay, but again, this kind of environment is an environment that I would say it's like a stable band. Okay, this is where Fresh and Fit is right now, where whatever podcast is right now, whatever a lot of these guys who are really successful in red pill space right now, they're in the nice little band I call a nice support line. Okay, this is why I say what you want about Fresh and Fit, and we do a lot. Okay, they have the most diehard fan base out there. You can't break them, you can't shake them. The only thing that can wake them is maturity. That's literally it. They have to mature, but therein lies the problem. Fresh and Fit audience, the reason why they're so strong is because they're actually stupid, okay? And the reason why is because they don't actually grow with their audience, right? They don't grow with their audience and, find new content and get to talking about new stages in life that men may go through. Instead, they're stuck in the high school dating interaction kind of phase where you play this game to get her reaction, or she plays this game to get your reaction. And very, very, very stupid and nonsensical. It basically highlights the lack of communication most men are going to face in future relationships listening to these bozos. But again, they don't grow. That's the main thing. So if you're going to grift into the red pill space, you have to understand that the fan base you have, you damn no got to be covering the exact same videos every single day, same talking points. The moment you deviate, it's over. It's a wrap for you, son. All right, no more. They're gonna oust you. They're gonna lambast you. Okay, it's done. All right, and I mean it's pretty simple, right? And a lot of these guys follow it, but somehow Sneeko, Pearl, and some of these other guys tend to fail hard at this. So I just find it very interesting. But now let's go ahead and pull up this apology video from Pearl to Fresh and Fit, like an icing on the cake here.
WFNF as always. But quick question: why y'all bring this grifter pro? Oh shit! She made a hit piece on y'all when you guys were at your lowest. We didn't forget. She tried bullying y'all. Fuck, pro. Goddamn, damn boy. You have anything you want to say? That obviously is from Rumble.
No, I mean I was wrong. I apologize. So I will say on live on air.
Look at these bags, bro. I can put nickels in here. Look at this, chat, bro. What is this? Pearl, we got to get you some skincare routine pronto. Like, what is going on with these bags under your eyes, bro? I thought the bags under my eyes were bad. No, look at this. Like, it's just bad. It's just bad. What is this?
That I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
You know, I was wrong. So.
And guys, we spoke. She definitely, you know, she's apologized for the better part of year plus, man. And here's the thing. I think once it happened to her too.
Myron hung up on me the first time.
I did actually. She called me. I saw this UK number. I was like, "Who's this?" And I was like, and then I was like, she was like, "Oh yeah, it's Pro." I just like hung up. But hey, man, like I said, you guys been asking for it forever, right? And you guys were like, "Yo, like collab with Pro, blah blah blah." Like
that's a goddamn lie. You know for a fact that's a goddamn lie. Their fans hate Pearl because, again, I told you, Fresh and Fit fans, they don't grow. There's no such thing as maturity in that space whatsoever, right? Here's the thing. The reason why I believe they're doing this is because, hey, listen, they all got to stick together now. They've all they got, right? Pretty soon you see a lot of these guys with Sneeko and all them. They're going to start doing a lot more content together because they are all they've got. Some of them are being rejected by the mainstream space, and others, you know, they feel as though they can't grab as many audience as they used to anymore from all these other scattered spaces. So they're stuck. Okay, so here's the thing, even including Fresh and Fit. I mean, think about it. The YouTube departnerization did a lot to their numbers and bottom line. It completely devastated it. So they got to figure out new ways, hence the fact that they're in the UK. We know for a fact Fresh and Fit fans hate Pearl, okay, because they can't stand the fact that she talks shit about them, and now she's doing an about face. You don't believe me? Look at the comment he was just reading. They were literally just clowning Pearl. All right, now she's about to respond. Let me play it again. Okay, so Myron's sitting there lying, saying, "Oh yeah, the audience has been asking us when are we going to collab." No, they haven't been doing that. Okay, you guys want to collab because of some back end thing, and who knows? Maybe Pearl paid for this. All right, because you know Fresh and Fit, they're about the money. So maybe she paid them heavy with some of Daddy's money, right? What is it, 9 acres and a pearl, right? You get your 9 acres on a pearl, or you know, the opposite of 40 acres on a mule. But in this case, Pearl can only give out 9 acres, and we ain't got no mule, so we got Pearl. So she's offering that up, and maybe Myron took the bait. I mean, look how happy he is. I've never seen Myron so happy in the face of backstabbers. At least that's what he would call them, right? People like that did what Pearl did. Let's play that one more time. So in case you guys didn't hear, listen to what he's reading out loud.
WFNF as always. But quick question: why y'all bring this grifter pro? Oh shit! She made a hit piece on y'all when you guys were at your lowest. We didn't forget. She tried bullying y'all. Fuck, Pro. Goddamn, damn boy. You have anything you want to say? That obviously
he couldn't even bring himself to finish that sentence because whoever's writing that comment, they were right. That's what Pearl did. When you guys were at your lowest, she was on the bandwagon. You guys talk. Myron specifically talks about, "Oh, I'm real. I only hang around honest people, and loyalty is what I value. X, Y, Z, etc. Whatever the fuck. Put it up your mom's butt." All right, that's what they talk about, right? But then you see the people they surround themselves with, and they're just complete degenerates and snakes. Okay, so whoever's reading that comment that Myron couldn't bring himself to finish because it was that damn hard. All right. They're your fans. They don't care about Pearl. So why are you guys doing this interview?
This is from Rumble.
No, I mean I was wrong. I apologized. So I will say on live on air that I'm sorry for that.
Yeah,
you know, I was wrong. So
and guys, we spoke. She definitely, you know, she's apologized for the better part of year plus, man. And here's the thing. I think once it happened to her too.
Myron hung up on me the first time.
I did actually. She called me. I saw this UK number. I was like, "Who's this?" And I was like, and then I was like, she was like, "Oh yeah, it's Pro." I just like hung up. But hey, man, like I said, You guys been asking for it forever,
No,
right?
they haven't. Stop lying, okay? You hung up on her because you know for a fact you hate that bitch. Just be honest. Just you hate her, but there's something driving you guys together. And I don't know if it's because the incel budget ain't what it used to be ever since the YouTube departnerization. But again, don't try to scapegoat your fans here because you're reading a comment for your fans calling her fake right now.
And you guys like, yo, like collab with Pearl, blah, blah, blah. Like, you guys are on the same team, blah, blah. And, she is doing good. She's helping a lot of people out. You're really working on it. Oh, shit. I don't know if I should say it out loud.
Which
You're working on something.
divorce documentary?
Okay, yes.
I've talked about that.
Okay. Do you want to say something about that real quick?
Well, it's not out yet. We're working on it.
Like, golly, bro. What is going on with them bags? Like, look at this. Like, she's supposed to be 27. She is supposed to be 27. Like, listen, Pearl, maybe, I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's something going on in your life that's leading to all this physical stress we're seeing take a toll on your face right now. But you probably need to slow down and take your own advice. Probably go settle down, get a husband, get some kids. Maybe it'll reduce the bags under your eyes, or maybe it'll make you happier. The same bullshit you spew to all these other modern women and ask them to do, right? Because it'll make them more happy and less stressed. It seems as though you living the life of a modern woman, quote unquote, trying to save other modern women, is destroying you. Like, this is crazy. You look like you're almost 40. This is bad. Like, yo, if I woke up and I got bags the size of fucking purses under my eyes, okay, I'm probably going to see a dermatologist. I don't know. Like, yo, what's going on with me? Why is my skin so loose? It used to be nice and tight. Now it's all loose and saggy. What's happening? But that's it. That's all I got to say. I think the modern woman gimmick, all right, is starting to get to her. Maybe she needs to take her own advice, settle down and get some kids and a baby, and a husband if she can find one. And maybe we can work on that. Oh, yo, Monkey King Ghost with the $10 super chat. Didn't even say nothing supporting the show. Can we get a W in the chat for Monkey King Ghost? MKG, shout out to you. Let's get a W in the chat. We got M. Dot with the 5. M. Dot says, what are the chances Fresh and Fit reconciles with Brian from whatever pod? They could use some of that YouTube ad money. Facts. I think it's possible now. Listen, a lot of things I thought wasn't possible based off of Myron's emotional maturity being on par with a toddler. Even that's insult to toddlers. Okay. We thought that Myron would never take Pearl back. I mean, why would he, right? I mean, he's so emotional. But now maybe the business end is kicking for these guys, right? Now maybe they don't care anymore so much about the petty high school drama beef. Now it's more about survival because half the roster has been departnered. Half the roster have been departners. What are we gonna do, right? So they got to figure out something, and that's what they're doing. So I wouldn't be surprised if Brian from whatever and Fresh and Fit do a collab. That'd be and I'm gonna be real with you, that'd be a pretty big show. Just for the views alone, Myron would probably consider it. Just being real, right? So we can't put that past them. All right, even this collab right here is shocking to me because I didn't think it would ever happen. Yo, Muad'Dib with the 5. Muad'Dib says, wrong. FNF fans hate Pearl because she's a woman. It has nothing to do with growing up or maturing. See, this is where I got to push back because it only took Pearl 1 year to copy Andrew Tate, and instantly she became the female Andrew Tate. Meanwhile, there are other women who grift in this manosphere space, by the way. There are a bunch of them, right? But they don't make it as high or as fast as Pearl did, to the point where she's getting talk shows with Pierce Morgan. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of element there. See, these red pillars, it's not that they completely hate women. No. They hate women that they cannot control, whether it's their bodies or actions or whatever it is. You have an Instagram, it's a death sentence if you're dating one of these pill-popping weirdos. Just saying, okay? So they want that control aspect. It may be stemming from the childhood. I don't know. I'm not a fucking psychologist, okay? But you go ask some of these pill-popping weirdos, what's wrong with you? Why do you feel as though that the only good woman is a woman that you feel as though you can control? And in this case, that's Pearl, because look how controllable she is right now. She's out here bowing down to Fresh and Fit, right? She is conceding defeat live on air, okay? So what this is gonna do, as long as she gets back to spewing that same talking point, is gonna bring her right back in the groove graces with some of the FNF fans that she may have alienated. Okay, but ultimately, as long as you're a woman and you're saying exactly what these bozos love to hear, okay, you're fine. Matter of fact, if you go even harder, like Pearl's doing right now, to the point where you're generating a bunch of controversy, guess what? You're gonna even rise higher into the ranks because these guys are children. That they value these things. That is what it is. So you have a point, right? Because they do hate women, but I think that as long as she's saying what they want to hear, that's okay with them.
Okay, but like, what does it cover?
Oh, basically just, I don't know. When I started this thing and I came on your show 3 years ago, I didn't understand why men didn't want to get married. You know, my parents have been married 30 years. They built a business together. I really didn't understand it. And it's just me like researching why that is and like telling stories of men that have really been negatively affected by the court system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad. You can't hear these stories and not have it change your point of view.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will say, yeah, being put in you guys' shoes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is,
oh yeah, because everyone turned on you over some bullshit too.
yeah.
After doing it,
It wasn't just some bullshit. Okay, let's just be real here, because now both y'all on the chopping block. We're talking about Nick Fuentes and the racist shit he was saying on that show. So y'all saying it's some bullshit. Myron, your racism is showing. You better tuck it in. Tuck it in and zip it up, because you're exposing yourself right here. It wasn't something insignificant that she did that got everybody so up in arms, okay? It was pretty significant.
an interview.
Well, and I used to think you guys were really harsh, but it is so hard to control a room. I used to like not understand why you didn't say things nicer. And then I was in your shoes and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is impossible.
Yeah. It's something that very few people will ever understand or grasp. But like when you're running a podcast with a bunch of like people that aren't, you know, creators themselves and don't have mic etiquette, it's a different world. But I mean, I get it.
That's weird, because your buddy Brian, you know, does that. Yeah, he Frank Castles people and whatnot, but he's nice. He was soft spoken and whatnot, right? So what about Adam Sosnick? Adam Sosnick pretty much has you guys' format. Instead of two guys and a panel of girls, is a guy and a girl. Well, what's her name again? Vanessa, right? It's a guy and a girl, and you know, you got the panel of women, and they're super respectful to the women, and they have awesome conversations, and the views are comparable. So again, you can still get your point across without being just a rude dick. You can get your point across, but the thing is, you guys have to be arrogant and rude. Why? Because that's the stuff that gets you clicked. A lot of these incel boys love it when their master talks crazy to a woman on their show, okay? Especially when you pull out the Frank Castle with the kick out cam. These dudes are pretty much cooming in their seats right now watching you. That's basically it, okay? So don't sit there and act like, oh my God, we have to be harsh with these women. You don't know how hard it is to control a panel, guys. It's so hard. Oh my God, like we just invite these unruly OnlyFans women, and I can't believe they're just so unruly on the show. Like, can you believe this? It's like, y'all was just so stupid, man. Oh my God.
And there's a bunch of other things too that Pearl's been helping us out with behind the scenes. So, hey, man, it is what it is. She apologized, guys. So it is what it is. Three Diggler says fuck Pearl. Well, goddamn, nigga.
Wait, what did they say?
He said fuck Pearl.
The niggas going in.
Yeah.
Fuck Pearl. Yo, listen to what their fans are saying. All right. And then listen to what Myron is saying. Myron's saying, oh, but our fans wanted us to collab. Meanwhile, he's reading the fans' comment, and they're all saying, fuck Pearl. She's a snake. They're calling her everything in the book. I bet you if you look at the chat of this live stream right now, it'd be a gang of Fresh and Fit bots talking hella shit to Pearl. Okay? Again, this is a disconnect. All right? So either Myron knows that his audience don't want to see a Pearl video. Like, why? A Pearl collab? Ew. Like, either he knows they don't want to see that, and he's intentionally lying to give himself and his platform an excuse to get collab with Pearl, or the audience really did that. But then again, we're not seeing the evidence of that, and the only evidence we're seeing is the audience clowning Pearl. So again, ain't nobody want to see her get her career revived. Y'all need to just go off into a little corner like Rumble and just die. That's it. Just die. Just let the platform go bye-bye. That's it. We don't want to see it anymore. That's it. That could be the best possible option for you guys.
But that's why you don't want me to read this.
Yeah,
That's why you don't want me to read
Oh,
this.
it's okay. They can. I don't
fine.
get offended.
It's for everybody that says like pro. It's funny because like I'd have like 5 or 10 people. Why did you guys collab? Blah blah blah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now. She's helping us a lot. So this is
Yeah.
a big help.
Facts. Also, see Pearl and FNF hash things out.
Right
Absolutely.
now, she's helping us a lot. What help is she giving you? Enough for you to swallow your pride and collab with her, even though you know she talks shits about you. What does she do to help you behind the scenes? Chat, you see, this clip in itself is so telling. It tells everything we need to know about what's going on behind the scenes. Because he's trying to lie and tell us, no, the reason why this collab is happening is because the audience want to see the collab. As he's reading the comments, and the audience are clowning her. They're saying, why are you even collabing with her? She's fake. Don't you know that? Right? So then there's a reason why even Fresh didn't want you to read the comments, and you read them, Myron. So I guess you were a dummy in this sense, okay? Because Fresh knew what the audience were going to say about Pearl. All right, and that's why you notice Myri had to specify. He says, well, you know, every once in a while we get 5 or 10 of y'all asking, well, what's going on with Pearl, right? Really? So, since when have Myron listened to 5 or 10 people in this chat? Unless you're paying $20 and above for the super chat. So we tell me that people paying super chats desperate to get a collab with Fresh and Fit and Pearl. That's what you want to tell us? Or is there something else going on behind the scene? And that something could probably be related to what Fresh just said. How is Pearl helping y'all out right now? Is she paying y'all? I just want to know, is there a podcast payola possibly happening behind the scenes with you two? Only time will tell.
I guess.
Wait, what?
Hold on, let's rewind that.
But like when you're running a podcast with a bunch of like people that aren't, you know, creators themselves and don't have mic etiquette, it's a different world. But I mean, I get it. And there's a bunch of other things too that Pearl's been helping us out with behind the scenes. So hey, man, it is what it is. She apologized.
Like what kind of behind the scene work is Pearl doing? Because she's working overtime to really earn your apology. All right. so I mean, or your forgiveness, right? So, well, what has she been doing? Yo, chat, let's speculate real quick in the chat. What do you think Pearl is doing for Fresh and Fit behind the scenes right now that actually got them to turn around, do a complete 180, and decide, yeah, we're all of a sudden cool with Pearl. Everything's nice. There's a lot of behind the scenes talk right now.
Guys, so it is what it is. Pearl, 3 Diggler says fuck Pro. Well, goddamn, nigga.
Wait, what did they say?
He said fuck Pro.
The niggas going in. Bro.
Yeah, but that's why you don't want me to read this. Yeah, that's why you don't want me to read this.
Because he knows the audience. He knows they hate Pearl. But here Myron's sitting there saying, no, they want us to collab with you. Yeah, that's what you. No, we're here with Pearl because that's what you guys want. Right? And meanwhile, they're reading what the audience wants and they hate Pearl. So again, there's a disconnect here, chat.
Okay, they can. I don't get offended.
It's for everybody that says like Pro. It's funny because like I'd have like 5 or 10 people. Why did you guys collab? Blah blah blah.
Oh, now it's I'll have 5 or 10 people. Oh, before you were reading the comments out loud. Oh, you guys would always ask us, why don't you guys collab with Pearl? All of a sudden, you're reading the comments. Most of them are saying, fuck Pearl. We don't want her. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, for every fuck Pearls, there's at least 5 or 10 of y'all that wants us to collab. Which is it, my nigga? Which is it? Because I think you're lying. I think she paid y'all behind the scenes to do this interview. How much was it? Huh? How much was it to sell your goddamn souls? I mean, your souls were already sold, but goddamn, Myron, I thought you had better integrity than that. I thought loyalty was the most important thing to you and your little posses. But all of a sudden, whatever help Pearl is giving y'all behind the scenes, that's enough to throw your loyalty out the fucking window, isn't it? Jeez, this is so telling, and these guys are so freaking obvious.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. She's helping us a lot. So this is a big help.
Facts. Also, she Pearl and FNF hash things out. Absolutely, guys. You know, and you know, actually, I'll tell you guys this. I buried the hatchet with someone else that you guys may or may not know. So we'll see something coming very soon for y'all.
Yo, who was that super chat? That was M. Dot. M. Dot. You might be onto something, M. Dot. Right? But he said he also buried the hatchet with another person. Who else could he be talking about? It's probably Brian from whatever, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Yo, M. Dot, you might be onto something here.
Brian, I'm confused. Why are you collabing with Pearl? Help me understand. Like I said before, she's on the same team, guys. All user UK.
Yo, the audience themselves are roasting Pearl. What?
podcast bitches on today. God damn, man. They talking shit about y'all. Sunny Thera goes, I'm glad the Ghanaian girl didn't get circumcised. What the fuck? Sunny Thera again goes, art student means whore in England. What the fuck, bro? Sauce God FBS goes, yeah, our audience is different, man. Don't worry, they make fun of us too.
Yeah.
Sauce God goes, how did y'all find a panel full of ladies just as mid as Pearl? All love Pearl. Denalva, you're an old crusty whore that overestimates her intelligence. Oh my
God damn! What? Who are these people?
The Ghanaian girl. I do wish you were circumcised. What the fuck, bro?
Wow.
You
need a dictionary.
Do you see what I mean? What kind of these are weirdos? I mean, what kind of comment was that? These are freaking weirdos, bro. Like, who's just sitting there saying, I hope you're circumcised? She's a woman. What? Yo, pray for these fools, bro. pray for them. Their minds are so warped right now. It's not even funny. Everybody's just like, what's happening? Like, who are these people?
Wait, what does he mean by
It's Sunny Thera. Yo, you know who Sunny Thera is?
I don't know who Sunny Thera is, but I'll tell you something, honey. I speak different languages. I can teach you to speak English too, darling.
Durek Myron goes, let's fucking go. About time for FNF and Just Pearly Things in it. Myron gonna be taking the piss on these Muppets. Love you, Pearl. Keep going bonkers on these whales.
In it.
Yeah, man. Same team, same fight, bro. Sometimes we gotta put our egos aside.
There it is. We gotta come together, hold hands, swing. That's what's happening here, chat. Okay, as everything's starting to implode, you know, the departnerization and all these different things that's happening to these guys, right? Now they're realizing, hey, I think it's better if we all come together. Look what's happening right now. I mean, I think they're realizing their space is truly unique, and they have a very truly unique audience. I mean, just listen to what they're saying, okay? And I think it's time for us to stick together, okay, and not let anyone else rock the boat, because we're sinking over here, guys, okay? It's not working out so much. So that's why you're seeing this different change in tone, especially from someone like Myron, someone who's as prideful and shameless as Myron is. Okay, now he's sitting there saying maybe we might be open to working with people. I don't know. I don't know. We're all on the same team here, same fight. What fight is that? I'm interested. I want to know what fight you're fighting over here. Fighting to make these weirdos weird. You're right. Make incels weird again. Is that the fight y'all are doing? Because based off these comments, you're winning.
J May goes, it's nice to see the women are just as horrible across the pond, just with a shitty accent. Okay.
Look
and then various players go, CEO Network, let's go.
Your country's always going through bad shit.
Tell them.
I swear to God.
Tell
we
them
don't ever go through what you guys go through, and look how you guys treat other people and speak to people.
Horrible people.
Nah, for real. What is this attitude?
Yo, she's cute. What's her name? That's a cute woman. I like her.
Oh, you mean America?
Yeah.
Oh, Americans are mean, you mean?
Coming on violence.
I mean, I've met many Americans and I've loved them.
Oh, okay.
And they're real cool.
Might just
These
be
comments,
people.
I'm just like, oh,
they're not even going that hard. Y'all already getting triggered. This is awesome. You guys should see what they say about us, man. They say way worse.
Super chats as well from FNF.
Okay.
Says Kim Challenge says CEO Network worldwide. Shout out to you, bro.
Oh, that was just Rumble Rants.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Cam Two Times says, question, ladies. A man divorced his wife for withholding sex. He only had sex twice in 2 years.
Yeah.
Was he right or wrong for divorcing her? And
yeah, okay, that was pretty dumb. That was pretty dumb, bro. Like, I mean, what the fuck was that? But at least you guys know where the tide is going, okay? A lot of these guys, it's like the convergence is happening now. A lot of these content creators are now slowly starting to converge to one singularity of red pill manosphere talking point bullshit. All right, you hear Myron himself, same team, same fight, right? That's what's happening here. But ultimately, the main point of the show is Pearl is probably paying them millions behind the scenes. That's why, you know, all of a sudden Pearl has been a very big help to them. Like, I wonder what it is. Are they hooked up with the management team now? Are you gonna possibly see Fresh and Fit grifting towards conservative talking points and, you know, Republican talking points, because that's where a lot of these red pill poppers are going. And we already know Pearl's management team is the exact same as Candace Owens' management team. So could it be that they got that connection now, despite the demonetization or departnerization, whatever you guys want to call it? What could you guys possibly think Pearl is doing for them right now behind the scenes that's getting them to want to work with Pearl and stay working with Pearl. Because this, honestly, I wouldn't in a million years ever predict this. I thought Myron's ego would have won out. I had no idea. So something has to be bigger than Myron's ego. And I mean, I'm thinking it's the money. Either the money or Pearl's putting that thing on him. That's kind of weird, really. Let's get into the show, okay? So Abba and Preach, because Pearl, she's making her rounds right now, especially on like conservative media. Now, again, I don't know this particular media that she went on, the Alex Stein show. I don't know if they're conservative, but they seem very conservative to me. They give me very what's that Matt Walsh vibes. It's too try hard. It really is to me. But again, you guys can judge for yourself. So they go on this show and they basically rehashed a bunch of controversies that Pearl was involved with, and Abba and Preach had an absolute field day roasting this woman. It was just insane because the contradictions it just knows no bounds. And this is what they do, right? When they go on these different shows and whatnot, they just expose a lot of contradictions about themselves, how they are not living the lives that they preach. Let's go ahead and get it, bro.
Online. Gonzalez, she said she's a big opening and that you could throw a hot dog down a hallway. Is that how you described her?
Yeah, I just said 25-year-olds are hotter than 35-year-olds, and she really wanted to prove to me her hotness. So she just started sending me her selfies. I was like, wow, what a gal.
She's hot though, right?
It's just not
what?
bad.
You don't think Sarah Gonzalez is attractive?
No, I don't think
She was on the Right Wing Beer calendar. She's definitely hot.
She's hot.
I just think, I think it's weird when grandmas start tweeting their selfie.
God damn.
Pearl is like so out of touch. The lady's like 35, and by all accounts looks very good. Not just for her age, she just looks good in general.
God damn. You said grandma?
Okay, Pearl.
She called her a grandma, dog. Like, Pearl, like, you the last one to talk. Like, what do you like? Have you seen the bags under your eyes? Are you crazy? How is she a grandma compared to you? She actually looks like your younger sister, right? If you could get a younger sister as hot as that, all right, that's what you would look like, okay, bro? You look old, Pearl, compared to her. So you call her a grandma. I'd be shocked if both you guys were in a room full of a bunch of eligible bachelors, all right, and they were tasked with choosing a date. I doubt that you would be on the top of the list compared to this grandma over here. I pretty much would almost guarantee you 10 times out of 10, okay, maybe 9 times out of 10, because there's some weirdos out here you really got to be careful with, okay? But 9 times out of 10, they're going to go with Miss Grandma over here versus Pearl. So I don't know why y'all just shaming her. Like, why? What did she do to you? Yo, CD with the 5. Shout out to you. CD says, same fight. Nice. I didn't know Myron became a leftist social justice warrior. Facts. Listen, I told you that, yo, CD, I told you a lot of these guys on the far left and these far right, alt-right people are the same people. All right, they're different sides of the same coin. Okay, one is whatever you call it, the right-wing justice warriors, and you got the social left-wing justice warriors over here, are both clamoring about stupid things that actually doesn't help society. Now, there are some points if you really sit down and listen, but you really got to come to the middle, right? This is where a lot of conversation is had, not on your corners. In the middle, the middle ground where people can talk, right? And some of the more rational talking points can make them way through and hopefully, make their way through the policy, right? But that's not what that's happening today. Thanks to a bunch of, politics being, pretty much turned into a reality show. I mean, that's what it is. Politics is just a TV show at this point, right? Thanks to that, all right, people are now more extreme in their beliefs than ever before, right? So it's crazy. These guys are the exact same as the feminists they rail against.
Just because you aging like milk doesn't mean everyone ages at the same time.
Listen here, leprechaun Betty.
Okay.
You can't, you're not.
You're a whole different breed of bacteria, okay? I want to be talking about how other people age. Focus on your own aging process because you're 25 going on 45.
Bruh, I'm 42. I look younger than her.
Yo, Preach is 42? Hey, yo, that's crazy. I thought he was like at least 37 or something like that. Maybe even younger. Yo, Pearl, this is bad. Yo, this is bad, dog.
45-year-olds.
No, I think it's weird when like old ladies start like tweeting at me their selfies. I don't get it. What don't you have like
They're
a
trying to
husband?
own you though.
Well, don't you have like a husband and kids to like impress? Like, what's
Where is your husband and kids? Even your best friend that exposed you already got a husband and kids. Where's yours? You out here trying to teach all these single women, yet you single yourself with no husband or kids. What is going on?
This is because you said she was unattractive. So she's like, actually, receipts.
Look at
receipts. Now, how about you, Pearl? Where's your receipt? Since you're 25 and substantially younger than me, why do you look like ass and I got 10 years on it?
No, wait, Pearl. Where's your husband and kids?
Oh yeah.
Sarah been having husband and kids.
Facts.
No.
Sorry. Do you want to do that again?
Well, we got her to do a video question. Come on, let's play the question.
All right.
Hey, Pearl, Sarah Gonzalez
What are you
here.
Let's go! Is that my girl?
That's Sarah Gonzalez.
Is that my girl? Hey, yo, what's up, Sarah?
What's good?
It's been a while. How you doing, baby? You good?
Sarah with the
hey,
good
I'm
smile.
not calling you baby to disrespect. I'm just saying.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm happy to see you. This is gonna be a good one. Okay,
Here we go.
Sarah.
This is Prime Time with Alex Stein.
Hey, Pearl, Sarah Gonzalez
Oh, you got
here. Unfortunately, I wish that I could be meeting you in person. I'm told that you didn't want to do that in studio. So I thought that I would go ahead and ask you.
Yo, Sarah Gonzalez really showed up on video. Bitch, I was going to pull up. But
you don't want.
No. Hey, shout out to Sarah Gonzalez. That was gangster. She started off.
Listen, chat. This exposes everything. Okay, this is the mentality of a bunch of these pill popping weirdos. They like to start shit that their ass can't handle. Right? They talking shit on Twitter, and she said, "Hey, listen, I wanted to pull up. I really did, but you specified you didn't want me there. So let me just go ahead and voice my question to you digitally, right?" And that's what's happening right now. And the real question is, why would Pearl, someone who, claims that she's a fighter, talks about, fighting for men's rights and all that, you couldn't really even fight for your own talking points and shit you were saying online? Really? You couldn't even back that up in person? Even though you're not going to get into fist fights, we know that, right? You couldn't back it up. Why did you specifically request her not to be there, right? It's just one of those things you guys got to really think about, especially if you morons who are listening to this woman. Like, why? But what is so interesting about her? Like, what do you guys find interesting about her that is going to be life-changing to help you find relationships? She can't even find herself a man.
Off the question, be like, I was going to say it to your face.
I heard you don't want of this.
You don't want all 35 years of this goodness?
You gotta
pull up with my Asian booty.
You gotta do the Sarah face.
Pull up.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. She looked kind of crazy in that pose.
Pull up with my Asian booty.
You gotta do the Sarah face.
Yeah, she looked crazy as hell. She looked like, I could see why Pearl dodged it. She dodged the smoke, bro. I can see why. There's some hunter killer eyes over here, bro. I don't like what I'm seeing. Look at this.
Pull up. Yo, that's funny. Shout out to Sarah. And you guys don't know why we like Sarah. She did a video recently about another guy named Alex Bauer who's dealing with a false accuser. And Sarah interviewed that false accuser.
Interviewed?
Sorry, she annihilated.
Thank you.
Okay. And so this is where these are
words.
About your statement that 16-year-old minors are more attractive than adult women.
That's crazy.
Have you always been attracted to minors? Have you sought help for this? Obviously, this is a big problem, and I look forward to your response.
She petty. She petty, bro. Yo, she went there. She said, "Hey, listen, are you seeking help for your issues? Are you I mean, clearly you have mental problems. I mean, or are you just a pedophile? Which one is it?" Yo, look at Pearl just dumbstruck. Like, what? What's going on?
What do you say to that, Pearl?
Where did I say I'm attracted to minors?
What?
No. If you're this,
whoa! It's right there. It's right there. What, you see what I mean, chat? These guys love dismissing and obviously playing dumb. Remember what I told you, chat. These guys have the tweet up there right now. She's looking at her tweet. She's looking at it plain as day in 4K. when she gets called out, all of a sudden, we got to play dumb. What? When did I ever say I was attracted to minors? What? Oh my God. This is the gaslight I'm talking about. These guys are insane.
Where did I say I'm attracted to minors?
Right there.
No. If you're disingenuous, let's be disingenuous. That's the language you speak.
And I'm going to be honest.
So,
can any man get up here and start saying, yo, 15-year-olds are hotter than 25-year-olds?
God damn.
14-year-olds are more attractive than 24-year-olds.
That as an example, and I
Oh, hell no. You can't even be in a frame with somebody saying that. Yo, that's a double standard right now. That's why hey, listen, if the Red Pill don't believe in double standards with men and women, we got to treat her equally. Y'all can't say, okay, let's give Pearl a pass, with her pedophilic comments. And then, we have to get on guys like Andrew Tate, even though Andrew Tate does. I don't know if Andrew Tate did, but we know for a fact his brother Tristan talked about how he was pulling virgins and whatnot. And there was alleged that Andrew Tate's girlfriend, the main chick, was actually 15 years old when he was dealing with her. So you guys got to understand, these guys and young women, it's very insidious relationship, okay? Because these guys, I think when they talk about virgins and finding virgins to get with or marry or settle down with, okay, you got to really think about what they're asking here. All right, then you compare it to the guys who are always trying to talk about young girls compared to older women, how older men are attracted to younger girls and all these different things like that, right? It's one of those things where you really have to think and dig beneath the surface and say, okay, what's actually going on here? Why are y'all looking for virgins? And now you're talking about 16-year-olds looking hotter? Like, hey, listen, bro, we're not going back to those times no more. No way, Jose. We're not going back to those times no more, okay? I get y'all trying to take us back to the past where women are barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen and all these different laws are in place, okay? But when we're talking about the age of consent sexually, keep it at 18. Stop playing these games. We know exactly what you guys are doing.
Oh, I can't really be seeing you.
And don't clip this out of context. That's foul. Can any man? That's creepy, right? That's kind of nasty. Just publicly be out here talking about, man, 13-year-olds are way hotter than 22-year-olds. That's not what she said. She said 16. Bitch, it ain't that much better.
It ain't that much better.
You fucking weird for even making that argument. Yeah, well, in my country, I don't care. Okay, we out here. That's weird. That's weird.
And you're out here.
Y'all talking about little teenagers, girls who are barely in high school, talking about like they're ooh. Y'all, this is like some terminally online weirdo shit.
Yeah.
I have never in my entire years of living on this planet heard a person in real life say, man, 15-year-olds are so much hotter.
Bro, the moment I hear somebody say some shit like that, yeah, you will cease to be my friend no more, dog. And honestly, I might just call somebody on you. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna call the police. I don't know, bro. Who's that guy? Skeet Hansen. That's what we gonna call Skeet Hansen on the phone. We get him on the phone. You get reported, dog. Like that's just weird. Honestly, that is weird, bro. You just sitting there talking about a 16-year-old. Like, no what? Yo, again, they're absolutely right. If a man were to say this right now, the entire world will be up in arms. They'll be up in arms. So why is it that Pearl gets special treatment? What's going on here?
Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you.
No, that's a no. That's a dud.
Do I think Pearl is a pedo? No. I think she's really fucking stupid. That's all. That's all. I don't think she's a pedo. I think she's really dumb. It's different. It's different. While fresh and fit, just pearly things and every other loser in the red pill space are taking out.
Back warranty.
Basically, that when I was 16, I was better looking than at 26. I was 26 when I tweeted that. So it wasn't based on anyone else.
What?
Yo, throw the whole thing in the trash. Throw all of that shit in the trash.
Pearl, just because you stupid doesn't mean we are too. Girl, stop. Stop. What? You didn't say at 16 I was more attractive. You said chicks.
You said chicks.
Chicks is plural.
Chicks is plural.
Bitches,
honestly, bro, if you were more attractive at 16 versus 27, you're looking like this at 27, there's a problem here. Your bags are too damn big, bro. Like, this is not normal. Like, I think this one is bigger than the other one. Like, so you're talking about you were 26 when you tweeted that. you were hotter at 16. Like, there's a big problem here. This aging is not normal. Maybe you need to stop with the modern women lifestyle and just go on and get you a husband, right? Go on and get you a family or something, all right? But this ain't normal, girl.
You, they, them? It can include you, but it's a lot of people.
Are you multiple people?
No, you're not.
Ma'am, I'm not that good at the English language.
No, you're not.
But I do understand
Neither
what
am I.
they, them means.
Plural.
Unless you got blue hair, then it's your pronouns. But everyone else.
Bro, I fucking love their dynamic right now, dude. This shit's amazing.
It means multiple people.
Yeah. Stop.
Don't play that.
My girl. Stop.
Now you think everyone watching is stupid.
Stop.
You
Stop.
no, you said
Stop.
you didn't inspire
That's
that.
the thing.
Stop.
When you call you stupid, that's one thing. When you call me stupid and I haven't done shit, that's some other
And
shit.
I'm sorry. If you were more attractive at 16 than 25, maybe you need to take better care of yourself. That's a you problem.
Ooh.
It's not because of your age, it's because you're fucking lazy.
She didn't have a glow up, she had a dim down.
Bro,
what?
26?
26?
You should still be incredibly good looking.
Yeah.
You should be fully developed.
Yeah.
If you were more attractive when you weren't fully developed, that means that you ain't taking care of yourself.
The only people.
That's facts. That's absolute facts, bro. People tend to look better as adults than they were when they were younger. I know that's certainly worked for me. When I was a kid, bro, I had a big head and a small body. All right, but the older I got, the bigger my body got. I got in the gym, I got even bigger, and now everything just works. Everything just fits where it needs to be, right? And again, because over time when you grow, you start getting new habits that are going to change your lifestyle, either for the better or for the worse. And that's what they're talking about here. Typically, you're supposed to have a glow up, not a dim down. A dim down. Yo, that's hilarious, bro. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I mean, typically that's what's supposed to happen. If you're in the thing that you gotta understand where they're getting this myth from. Okay. They're getting this myth based off of a woman's reproductive cycle. Okay. Or, her eligibility of giving birth. Okay. Because then, you're looking at studies out there. They typically say, okay, the higher in age a woman is, right? It typically past 35 and up, right? That's when child rearing starts to become a little bit more difficult. Not so much so for the mother. It is difficult for the mother, right? But it could also have some potential health risk for the child, right? So as you get older as a woman, yes, it starts to affect the reproductive stuff, right? So that's what they're basing it off of on that. However, there are women like Sarah Gonzalez that Pearl is ridiculing right now that is older and looks better. Okay, just because a woman starts to have a reproductive decline past the age of 35 does not affect how they look. Even some of these single mamas out here, some of y'all want to avoid so bad. Why are y'all dating them? Look at Donnie Boy. So again, this should it's just so stupid, bro. It just doesn't even make any sense. Yo, Raphael, shout out to you for the 2. Raphael says equal rights, equal fights. Let's press Pearl on this. I think we should. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. I think the only thing worse than an Andrew Tate is a pedo Pearl. Okay, I'm just saying. Traffic and Tate, the lower thing than that is a pedo Pearl. And I'm just being real with y'all because this stuff needs to be out there. She needs to get the backlash for supporting pedophilia. Just being real.
People that I know from high school that look better at 16 than they looked at 26 was because drugs
or kids
and a combination of both.
And even if you look at the obesity stats, there's more people at 26 that are obese.
Where did this nigga come from? Yo, what? Whoa! Hey, I feel like I'm watching an episode of Black right now. What's about to happen with Pearl? Why is he chilling like that? Y'all see this? What is going on? Where did he come from?
So, if you look at the obesity stats, more people are obese by 26.
What?
Wow.
16 isn't a minor, by the way. So that's also like.
Wow. 16 isn't a minor, by the way. Yeah, you just had to top it off with that, right? People are calling you a pedophile, Pearl, but yeah, what better way to quell all of their concerns by saying, yeah, 16-year-olds are hotter. Yeah, I think so. It's like they're trying to fail. That's what it seems like to me.
Christ. Pearl is just weird, bro.
You're a freaking weirdo.
Bro.
He just said weird shit.
Bro, these charmingly online people just say gross things.
Okay, come on.
Are you in
No, but it's funny. It's like disingenuous because women will do this, but why isn't she protesting the laws? She's just doing it to be catty. Go protest the laws then. You're so concerned, right?
Well, Sarah
Go do it.
She really thinks she's saying something. She honestly really thinks she's saying something right. Oh, just go protest the laws. Hey, you should tell that to the men who are sick and tired of divorce court treating them the way they're treating them. Instead of sitting there saying, oh no, let me just do a documentary, because a documentary is going to help you rather than, protesting. But the woman criticizes you. No, she got to go do the heavy legwork. See, I've been preached were right. Pearl, you're lazy. You're just lazy. If you really cared about these men, go protest the laws in the UK. Matter of fact, I think men should gather a bunch of picket signs, go down to the county clerk church or not church, courthouse, okay, and go ahead and protest. I think y'all should do that, but we don't see them doing that. The only complaints we're seeing right now is in the manosphere where not a lot of people pay attention to. So again, you sitting there telling her, oh, yeah, just go protest the laws. See, it's legal. A 16-year-old, it's illegal to have sex with her. I don't care what laws you're reading on the books, but in Western society, we've collectively decided that someone who's 16 years of age is still a minor. It doesn't matter if the laws in the books says, oh, yeah, she's an adult. Yeah, or it's not, you're not too young at 16. No, bro, we have laws on the book saying that. You will go to jail if you are dating a 16-year-old and you're older. All right, you will get some serious. What do you call what is that? It's not pedophilia. That's when you're attracted to like toddlers and shit. What's that stuff when you're attracted to like teenagers, right? I think it's a different word. There's a bunch of these different scientific terms and whatnot. All right, it's a whole different thing in itself. Okay, it's still wrong. You will go to jail. They're minors. I don't care what planet you're on. A 16-year-old is a minor. Physically, they haven't fully developed. Their frontal cortex is still underdeveloped, my guy. So you sitting there saying they're adults. They're not adults because they don't understand decision making to its fullest extent, because a lot of teenagers around that age, especially 16, okay, they don't think about future consequences of certain actions. That's why we still consider them minors. So for you to sit there and say, well, yeah, it's perfectly okay for them to be sexually, engaged with older people, preferably adults. Like, what's wrong with you, Pearl? Like, do you have some kind of attractions to underage girls? Like, what's happening? This is. I mean, it's honestly starting to get kind of creepy, chat. Like, this is creepy. Like, why would she even say that? Like, that's kind of disgusting, bro.
Go do it.
Activism about like drag queen story time.
What's your plan?
Well, Pearl, Alex, am I allowed to ask a producer question?
Yeah, you're allowed to ask a producer question.
Okay. When you tweet stuff like that, are you trying to deliberately evoke a response and get engagement? Because some of the stuff you tweet, I'm like, I feel like she probably doesn't believe this or might half believe it, but she knows it's going to piss off a lot of people and get people to like tweet selfies. So what's the real game here?
What do you mean?
Well, like, dude, what do you mean? What does he mean? What the fuck do you mean? What does he mean? That was as clear as day. Okay, are you doing this for clout? Are you doing this intentionally to piss people off? All right, are you doing this like a little attention-seeking girl that you are? Okay, and you see what happens when she's asked the truth. Wait, what are you talking about? No, you know exactly what he's talking about. This is what I mean when Pearl plays dumb. Okay, she's playing dumb right now.
You tweet stuff. Even if
you purposely tweet, like, say that, like, that's a controversial statement,
right?
It's gonna make people like Sarah interact.
No, I just tweet. I
just tweet. No,
I just tweet.
Bullshit. This is what you pill poppers do. You want the attention that comes from people getting triggered from you guys doing what you're doing. Let's just be real. Because if they were straight, and if they weren't as crude and they weren't as vulgar in their deliveries of their talking points, a lot of people wouldn't even bat an eye, right? But the reason why they have to say things as harsh as they say things, because they know it's gonna get attention. They know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, wait, women shouldn't vote." That's a crazy ass thing to say, and people are gonna be on you for that. They know this. Right? So here's this part 2 of this strange little game they like to play. When they get you emotionally triggered, then they turn around and play the victim and say, "Oh my God, look how triggered you are. I was just saying free speech. It's free speech. You're getting triggered because I'm speaking free speech. That's crazy, even though they say things intentionally to piss you off. Like, again, this is all high school behavior coming from these people. They piss you off, knowing that that's what they're trying to do. And then once they get that reaction, they turn around and say, why are you so emotional? Oh, my God, why are you so triggered? Like, what's going on? It's like, oh, my goodness, bro. Like, why? All right. And then part 3 is they're weirdo little fans. They see this stuff and they're like, oh my goodness. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Society just doesn't want you to speak the truth anymore. Look at Pearl. Pearl can't even say what she needs to say anymore. Chat, wait, shout out to Lay. Lay sent me this video, right? And it's about Pearl when she was confronting, I think, another woman or 2 women. They seemed like they were drunk on the street, right? And she was confronting them regarding whatever street interview nonsense she was doing at the time, right? Let's take a look at this.
It's not
It was what?
that they had to blur it to get it on YouTube.
Oh, she put a privacy point. Where's the whale attack here?
No, yeah, go to the beginning there, roughly.
Oh, it's in the beginning?
I don't know. No,
It's
I'm
not-
saying where you were, yeah, like roughly there.
You wearing t-shirts saying I'm not going to rape you? No, because people don't wear them t-shirts saying.
Is she crying?
No, she was just very.
She sounds like she's about to cry, bro. she sounds like she about to lose her damn mind, bro. Like,
I'm not going to rape you. And the chances are the lads that say I'm not going to rape you are the fucking ones that will. So,
Why are you laughing?
So,
I need you to like, you're being very aggressive.
no,
what? Yo, wait a minute. You ask 2 random, drunk, clearly intoxicated women on the street questions about a very, very hot, potentially triggering topic like rape. Okay? The way she's behaving right now, chances are she probably experienced that. All right? Because you don't just get that emotional about a topic like that if you don't have some personal experience with it, right? So clearly it's triggering to her, you know, with rape and whatnot. Okay, and she even made a comment saying it's the men or the lads that say that they don't rape are the ones that actually do it. Basically, it's saying what we've always known all along, right? The people who claim to be good men, like the really weirdo guys who are, I would say, super simpy on women, but like, you guys know what I mean. Like they just, oh yeah, you know, I'm totally for women. Let me go ahead and champion all of these women's rights and all these different things like that. And they're super, and these are men, right? And they go super hard in the paint. You got to watch them because their background, they were probably beating on females. And actually, some of these celebrities that you see who donate millions of dollars to domestic violence organizations and things like that, they get exposed for beating on women or doing the craziest things. Even a smaller example like Steven Crowder. Not saying that he beats on his girl or anything like that, right? But we saw a video of how he treats his woman in a household. But when he comes out on YouTube, he's telling you, oh yeah, men have to be men have to be respectful, men have to respect women, all of this. And then all of a sudden he's over here screaming at his wife because she don't want to walk the damn dog while she's pregnant. It's the nice guy bullshit. All right. Some of these guys that claim to be nice guys, they're actually monsters. Y'all got to watch out for them. And that's probably where she's coming from, right? She probably dealt with a guy who she thought was super nice and said, baby, don't worry, I would never hurt you. And slowly but surely, as the relationship progressed, that nice face began to turn into something that she can't even recognize, to the point where he or whatever happened to her to feel as strongly as she is talking to this bozo over here, Pearl, who clearly doesn't understand when to pull out of a conversation.
And this is Jesse, you had one job. Keep this bitch from me. Why would you let her buy me again?
Whoa, this dude was your bodyguard?
Yeah, because she tried to like come at me.
Oh, we got he look like the Black Wolverine over here. What's going on? He's supposed to be your bodyguard. Nigga look like he's dressed for an interview.
And then he pulled her back. And then he let her buy me again. Why would you do that?
Yeah,
you had one job. He wasn't a bodyguard. He was like another interviewer, but that was like...
Okay, that's what I was going to say. He looked like he's dressed for an interview. The fuck? Wait a minute. Whoa. So because he's a big black dude, all right, he's automatically supposed to be a default bodyguard for you? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Well, is this how you see us? Wait. So his job wasn't actually to be a bodyguard. He was an interviewer just like you. But in your fucking infinite wisdom or mind, you think, oh, yeah, well, no. Well, I know he's another content creator, but I mean, the only reason I brought him around because I mean he's black and he's big, so I mean he's supposed to be my bodyguard, right? Is he an actual bodyguard? No, he's a content creator. Okay, so then why are you expecting him to wait a goddamn minute? Why are you expecting him to be a bodyguard if he's here interviewing? Nigga's ready for an interview, not to protect you. Like this is crazy. Look how she's thinking, right? All of a sudden he's just supposed to protect her. That's crazy. Coming from a anti-feminist woman like you, right? I mean, this is crazy.
He's like a smaller, like that was the only reason I brought him was to protect me, was because I didn't want to get hit by the whale.
Call this crazy. I hope this nigga is watching. Hey, young man, brother from the UK, I hope you watching this video right now. Okay, because this is what Pearl really thinks about you. Never mind you have a channel. Okay, never mind you're trying to work as hard as her to go ahead and build your reputation and platform. At the end of the day, to this white bitch over here, she only sees you as some kind of bodyguard. Okay, even though you have a channel on your own, you're trying to make it known. The only reason she invited you is because no. You're actually supposed to be like bodyguard. I didn't bring you here to interview and get your clout up, buddy. Okay, I brought you here to protect me while I take care of me and get my clout up. That's it, right? Just look at how she views other people. Like, look at this. You're not even respecting him as a man, as a content creator. You just sit here and say, yeah, he's just supposed to be my bodyguard. This should give you an insight into the psyche of Pearl and how she thinks. It's just utterly ridiculous. Let's get back to this shit show. Like, come on.
She just tweets.
No thought behind it.
And
Just,
16 is the age of consent in a lot of places.
well, let's not get on the topic of that. That's just not a good look.
Why not?
I love that even conspiracy theorists are like, guys, let's not talk about this. Who are you? You know how weird it is to see grown men talk about, 16 is the age of consent. As a 35-year-old, I should be to. Holy shit.
Tristan Tate does that.
You guys are weird. And forget this online space. There's nowhere in real life you can go around saying that shit. People are not gonna look at you like, what's wrong with you? You 35 talking about 16-year-olds the age of consent.
That's
and
weird.
16-year-olds are hot. You are bizarre.
That's weird.
And people act like legality is the only barometer for any of this stuff. Like, no, we're not talking about what's legally permissible. If it came out tomorrow, they said 10-year-olds are not legal. Would you just run around saying that as if it makes it okay for you to be involved with these people at 35? There's a lot of dumb laws out there. There's a lot of dumb rules out there. And now age consent can be a bit finicky. But when you're 35 talking to me about 16-year-olds, out the window.
You lose the
out
fight.
The window.
Can't talk about law.
You know what? People are going to clip this.
I'm not into it. I'm not into 16-year-olds, dude.
That's good. Thank you. You did. Now that you said it out loud, it's made it weirder. It's kind of implied you weren't into minors. So it's on the record.
Yeah, bro. Like why'd you have to... Yeah, it's kind of, he's right. It's kind of implied, dog. Like, yeah, of course, no one's into 16-year-olds. Why'd you specify? Doesn't he look like Mitt Romney? And oh boy, if they had a baby, right? Mitt Romney and who what's his name again? I forgot his name. Like he just looks like it, right? Not Matt Walsh. Who's the guy that Tucker Carlson? He looks like if Mitt Romney and Tucker Carlson had a baby, it'd be this guy right here. Like, just look at his face. He looks like an adult toddler. I don't get how this works, but yeah, bro, like 16-year-olds is kind of a given thing, right? Grown men shouldn't be attracted to underage women or girls. That's just how it works.
Thank you.
Where is... But it's funny. It's like a way that women.
I like how she's making this like this is like a thing women do. Like they'll accuse you of being into children if at 35 you're like 16-year-olds are so hot. Like that's the thing. That's the thing people do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most of the dudes I know would think you're fucking weird if you're a grown ass person talking about 16-year-olds are so hot.
It's freaking weird, bro.
Yeah. That's not a woman thing. Don't put it on Sarah. Hey, yo, listen. I'm so glad this red pill arc is nearing its end and all these fucking losers are gone or demonetized. It was insufferable to listen to their disgusting rambling. Really some of the most pedo adjacent, really creepy shit that these motherfuckers say.
Pedo adjacent.
Yay! Yeah, if they not pedos themselves, they want to make it cool for pedos to be like child brides and all this other shit.
Yeah.
No, that's facts.
Absolutely sickening.
I think you put the nail on. You hit the nail. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah,
that's what I want to say. She's stupid.
Mad dumb, bro.
She's dumb.
That's what it is.
I knew that from the first time I saw this.
It's not even the fact that she knows what she's doing and she wants to get people riled up and get more traction. No, she's dumb as rocks. She's dumb as rocks and disingenuous, and not smart enough to back up her being disingenuous. So it's just,
you want to know how I know most of these people are really
That's
stupid?
why she ends up playing dumb, because I think she is dumb when she does these points, but she doesn't know how to back up her dumb statements, so she just plays dumb. Like it's weird how she does it, but it works for her. She's getting away with it.
How?
Is because they always do things that completely destroy their business, and like the things that they're fighting for are not even smart. They're not even like principled positions. Like what, you're fighting for the right to be able to say that women don't deserve the right to vote.
Fact.
You're fighting for the right to bring on Nick Fuentes so he can tell you that black people are inferior. That's what you're fighting for the right to do.
Facts.
On a platform. Like, why would you jeopardize your whole movement, your whole message for stuff that, one, isn't even really part of your movement, and two, isn't something that you really want to be fighting for to begin with? It's such a stupid point. This is like the Fresh and Fit crew losing their shit because of the whole monkey stuff. Like, these people are so pretending to be smart, but they do the dumbest stuff to jeopardize everything they've ever
And
owned.
it's so emotionally charged too. You can tell there's no thought process going into any of the things that they do or say. None whatsoever. They just go off and go crazy and then expect under the banner of freedom of speech, they should just be allowed to get away with it. That's not how that works, okay? Freedom of speech only applies to public forums. Last time I checked, YouTube isn't a public forum. It's a private owned company, and they don't have to follow your public free speech rules, okay? They can ban you if they wanted to, all right? You have no recourse. Like, what are you going to do? You're just going to cry about it, right? Again, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences for your speech, okay? There are consequences to the things that you say. I mean, words are powerful. Yo, Tony with the 5. Shout out to Tony. Says, before Coach Red Pill died, he said to download the videos from CRP Archive and Gonzalo Lira because the FBI, Ukrainian SBU, would delete it, and I did. Shout out to you. I have some of his videos too. The one where he was about to cross the border, that one was pretty crazy. Although it's like, bro, like, why didn't you leave the Ukraine? Why didn't, when the war was kicking off? Because think about it. You can't say that he didn't know about it, because his wife, he even said it, his wife and his kids are gone. He sent them off, so they were in a safer place. Even though he's a Ukrainian citizen, he's also a U.S. citizen. So if your wife and kids are already gone, they're not in a war-torn country, what are you still doing there, bro? Go be with your family. Go be with your wife and kids. Like, it was just one of those things. It's so unfortunate with the stuff that happened, but then again, it's like, damn, bro. But yeah, I downloaded that video. It just sucks seeing that because it was so surreal. Him just talking about, hey, I'm about to escape. I might not get there. And honestly, I'm gonna be real. When I saw that video, I was kind of rooting for him. I thought he was gonna make it. I actually thought the next time we see Gonzalo live, he's gonna be like, hey, yo, live from the embassy. We made it, bitches. But unfortunately, no, we actually never got to see him live after that because he died in Ukrainian jail. So it's very unfortunate, but yeah, shout out to you. Make sure you get what you got to get from it. I mean, it's just unfortunate, but let's get into the video, because here's the thing. We got this okay, we got Album Preacher's reaction to this, right? It makes sense. It's whatever, right? But something was also interesting about this particular podcast that we just listened to. Was it the Stein or the Andrew Stein, or what is his name, right? Alex Stein, right? I was like, yo, what is this show? What I gotta see the full context here, because you know what Pearl does, right? We all know what Pearl does whenever reaction channels react to the videos, right? They say we always take her out of context, right? So I want to be able to find the context of these videos and say, okay, what else did they talk about here? What else was going on? And you know what, chat? I did. And I am not proud to say this, but the full length of this show was actually weird. As a matter of fact, it was very weird. I was kind of disgusted, and it actually made sense why these guys might actually be into this pedophilia type shit. Okay, it just all made sense to me. once I watch the full version of the show. And y'all about to watch it with me and endure with me because this shit was weird. Like, y'all just see for yourself. Let's get it, chat. Let's get this shit going.
You're controversial. We know that you have a huge following on the internet, but why do you get so much hate? I like all your content. I like your hot takes. Why do you get so much hate?
Well, I say things that make women feel icky.
Okay.
You know, makes them feel offended. And then if women feel offended, they just go crazy. I call it pearl derangement syndrome, actually.
I like that. I like Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah, because you can't find anything original, so you gotta copy the Trump derangement syndrome, right? Because I'm Pearl and I'm not original. Like, come on.
Do they have pearl? But why do they have that? I don't understand. Because I do see these girls that get mad. Like, you tweet stuff, and we have some tweets.
Oh, you got that one.
I don't know. I mean, I think, what does this one even say, Jimmy? I can't even read it. What does it say? Pearl derangement.
It says pearl derangement syndrome is a tough case to crack. It generally affects single mothers, Twitch streaming bimbos, whores, simps, and OnlyFans models. Please proceed with caution. These people tend to have mental issues.
Okay, that's the first thing we got to start with. So I love to simp. Like, I grew up listening to Howard Stern, and when a girl shows cleavage and then a thong, I think take that as, I guess it's like a mating call. I feel like the woman's being nice in a weird way.
Huh? A woman showing her cleavage is her being nice? Who are these people? What? Hold up. I gotta run that back. What is wrong with this clown, bro? What did he just say?
To simp, I grew up listening to Howard Stern, and when a girl shows cleavage and then a thong, I think take that as, I guess it's like a mating call. I feel like the woman's being nice in a weird way.
What? What? Did y'all hear this? So wait a minute. I'm sorry, but there are tons of women out there that show cleavage. Okay, we know that, but I'm walking around seeing that, and I don't instantly think, oh, she's being nice and inviting to me. Let me go talk to this woman that's showing her cleavage. That's not how that works. Please, do not take this guy's advice. You will get a harassment lawsuit or some shit filed against you. Don't do it. Okay, just because she's showing her cleavage, it's not her trying to be nice. I don't think that's how that works. Okay, or panties, by the way. What the fuck? What is going on?
And so I know that you think that that's a whore. They're whore, but why is it bad to simp for a lady? Put the punani on a pedestal a little bit.
What?
Well, what do you do that's simping?
I say, damn, look at that ass, look at that titties. I'd like to measure about
I don't think that's simping.
Is that not simping?
To find a girl attractive? No, that's just a guy.
Jimmy, that's what I'm saying. See, he always says
simping is when you bend the truth to appease women.
Okay, no, I like that. No, explain that more.
So it's like if you're okay, if she says, men love old fat single mothers, and you say, I do, baby.
Yeah, that makes sense, because then now you're getting manipulative, because really, saying a woman's beautiful, Pearl,
that's not simping. Simping is a clown who pays thousands of dollars for a woman on a date and gets nothing back. That's simping, okay? DJ Academics, that's simping, okay? A lot of these other guys who are quote-unquote high value, they're big simps, okay? So it's not a guy just agreeing with the woman to avoid controversy or a fight. It's not that at all. That's not the definition of simping, okay? The definition of simping, for the most part, the red pill are guys who lead with their wallets and end up, getting burnt in the end. And looking like idiots, what? I can't believe I did all this stuff for her. I was there when she called me and she didn't even want it. She didn't want to. It's like the Anton Daniels and Six the Goddess clip. That's simping right there, okay? Even though he's a married man, that's the definition of simping. Lee with the $20 super chat. Let's get a dub in the chat for Lee. Lee, shout out to you. This episode is for you. Shout out to Lee with the receipts. Lee says Pearl is lying to Sneeko. She had bodyguards with her and she had him doing the interview. Pearl kept triggering her and telling her that she's not great. Pearl would not stop. The women explained her story and triggered her. Yeah, and her grape story and triggered her. Yeah, that the way she was acting. Listen, I'm a people person. I talk to people every day, every single day, for my job, for my life, everything. I tend to, once you be around enough people, you tend to notice patterns, right? So especially with behaviors and emotions. So I understand people. When someone gets that emotional about a question, there's a deeper tie to that particular topic than it's originally seen on the surface, right? And Pearl failed to recognize that. She didn't even know what the fuck was going on. So she couldn't tell that, hey, you are touching up on a very, very sensitive topic that may have included this person in their lives. You need to watch how you need to tread carefully, especially how you maneuver around this. But because these guys are pill popping weirdos, they need to cater to their base. And the more brash you are, the more vulgar you are, the more, it seems like you're trying to tell the truth, right? Even though you're just being a dick, right? It's more applauded in their space. They want to see that, right? So getting this girl triggered, that's exactly what they wanted. They wanted to get that. Matter of fact, even in that video, Pearl was like, oh, did you get that on tape? Please tell me you got that on tape. Why? Because they know for a fact it's going to go viral. Right? Let me play you the rest of that. I'm going to show you instead of telling you. I'm going to show you what you said. All right? Let's watch this.
Oh. This day he was absolutely a soy boy because he let him find me. But
Because it's not all men. You realize, like,
Why are you acting that?
because you guys are acting crazy. You're acting crazy.
There you go. Let's massage the man's ego. Let's massage the man's ego. Why do you think they're acting crazy?
They're drunk.
Yeah, why are you doing it? Fucking give me a
Because you're not entitled to security walking home alone at night. If you're in a big city, like I just wouldn't walk home alone at night. It's not.
You're disgusting.
No, they just told me no.
What? Wait, so they don't have, most people don't have control over that. Most people can't hire bodyguards. Most people got to work. Some of them, they have no choice. Their job leads them to getting off late. I know tons of women who are bartenders. Okay, they get off at 2 a.m. They got to go walk to the parking lot. Some of them, they got to catch, rides and whatnot to get out of there. But they got to go certain places to get there, right? So again, you just saying, well, just don't walk alone at night. I mean, what choice do they have for some of these women? Right? Well, what choice? They got to go home. Matter of fact, we should put the onus on the criminals who are targeting vulnerable women out there, because that's what a respectable society would do, right? We would say, hey, those criminals over there who are making this place unsafe for even a woman to walk home from work or get to where she's going to from a night out, okay, safely. We gotta make sure that we clean up these streets. That's how that's supposed to work. But instead, we blame the victim. Right? Oh, it's your fault, lady. I mean, you decide to walk home at night. I mean, how's that got to be anybody else's fault? Meanwhile, she's over here freaking out because this guy over here wasn't going to be her bodyguard from these two women over here. So she mad as hell that this guy sitting back here didn't want to be her bodyguard for these two women, but expects other women to be comfortably, just fine. Hey, listen, you could just, listen, just take a man with you. Take a man with you. That's it, right? Like they have the luxury to do that, most women. Come on, let's be real, Pearl. There goes the mic slap. There it is.
The tolerant left, chat.
See, he's like holding her back. And then the mic cut.
Yeah, that blurring was not that good. I could completely see both their faces. What the hell?
I'll have you slide.
I bet. Hey, listen, I bet she does. I bet you she does, bro.
This is what you didn't even say that bad.
No, I
So
know.
you look like a whale.
I know.
And she's like, you fucking
She got me my TikTok account that almost had 1 million followers taken down. This because I put in the subtitles so they could see what I said.
So this is what Abba and Preach is saying. Y'all are just dumb. You purposely sabotage yourself. So I mean, you recorded this video, and then because it wasn't clear enough that you were being insulting, you decided to put that in the description, and that's what got you banned. Why would you even do that? Like, why would you purposely do something that's gonna get you banned? This is crazy, and they know what they're doing.
1 million followers almost.
RP. I also mine too.
Yeah,
So,
it's just
it's
but it's like it wasn't even that bad.
No. You look like a whale. That's it. I'll fucking have you, you little cunt. Hi guys.
So this is a normal day show, this.
I'm glad you're happy.
Bro, she needs to relax, bro.
Woke is a real disease, man.
How is that being woke? You're just labeling her as woke. Clearly, she's triggered about something and probably intoxicated. So again, you just saying, "Oh yeah, this is just woke lefties." How do you know? You don't know, bro. You're just asking her all these questions that are clearly personal, and now you just like, "Oh yeah, she's woke." Again, y'all need to grow the fuck up, man. This shit is weird.
Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this, man.
Great job at staying composed through the situation.
You didn't film that, I will kill you.
Bro, I swear to God. I'm pretty sure we're gonna make.
Ah, damn, you heard that? If you didn't film that, I will kill you. I will kill you. You see how desperate? Hey, do it for the gram. Did you get that on camera? Did you get that on camera? If you didn't get it on camera, I will kill you. Again, when we go back to this interview and we look at what Pearl and these guys are doing, okay, it's for the clout. They triggered these women on purpose, and they're hoping, look at it, she's literally hoping the guy kept the shot so she can post it, not knowing her posting that video triggering somebody else was going to get her banned on TikTok. Again, they want this kind of controversy. Most of the channels probably wouldn't survive without these types of controversies. Otherwise, people wouldn't be talking about them.
To be honest, you get criticized. I think you look great. I think you're very attractive. You know? But a lot of people will go after.
Nigga, stop lying. Why do you even say it like that, dog? What? Tell me what's attractive about it.
Because then now you're getting manipulative. Because really, like saying a woman's beautiful, like Pearl. I'll be honest, you get criticized. I think you look great. I think you're very attractive.
Look at it. Look at him. I think you look great. You don't mean that.
Attractive, you know? But a lot of people will go after looks and stuff too. You know. But I feel like you go after looks too. So do you think it's fair though, because you make fun of people's looks and sometimes they make fun of your looks? Because they make fun of mine, that it sucks. I hate when they do.
You know, I only respond. I never attack someone personally first.
Okay.
Bullshit.
I only do it if they attack me, then I'll go back.
Yeah.
But I say things that are in general, and women take things very personally. So if I say, you know, men don't like fat chicks, then fat chicks start tweeting me their selfies to prove that they are sexually attractive. So it's like, it becomes like a selfie off of the old ladies, the grandmas, the
people
the
are
fat
guilty.
chicks.
There's employees that are guilty.
You
of
know,
doing that.
I can't, and I say, you know, general truths, and women just take things very personal.
But some people do have a fetish for fat women though. So is that true? That I mean,
who?
Some
Do you
freaks.
know?
There's
Do you know any?
BBWs. No, have you ever seen Amberlynn Reed? Have you ever heard of her? She's like does mukbang content.
Well, yeah, I mean, sex is a need for men, so very desperate men will do it. But I mean, what rich, attractive men do you know that have a fetish for fat chicks?
Well,
you're a rich woman, and your last couple boyfriends were both fat. What are we doing here? What the fuck is happening, yo? Like, this nigga is crazy. What are you saying, Pearl? Your last boyfriend is literally fat, and you're wealthy. So you're literally doing the opposite. Okay, you're the inverse. What does she not realize she's a walking contradiction? Your boyfriends were fat, both of them, including Blessings. Okay, we see his fat ass back there behind the camera. All right, I see your ass. Get in the gym. All right, both your boyfriends have both been overweight, and you're a wealthy woman. So why can't you find yourself a eligible bachelor that's not overweight? Huh? So you over here shaming guys that like big women, all right? Because there are guys that like big women. I shit you not. And that's the thing. So what? That's their fucking preference. But from where we're sitting, Pearl, we can infer that you like big dudes, like fat dudes, right? You like them thick neck, right? Them thick neck boys. That's what you like, right? So again, should we use that against you? You're not even making any sense. What is going on? It's like, what are we saying, chat? Yo, Lee with the 10. Yo, let's get a W for Lee with the $10 super chat. Lee says, you didn't watch the end in which Pearl said, this is why she got kicked off TikTok. You need to read the chat, during it was filled with the Nazis. Was it this from this video right here? Was it from this video? Let me know. Let me know. Shout out to you. Yo, Charles Index with the 5. Shout out to you, Charles. How you doing, by the way? Welcome to the show. Charles says, where did that other guy go? I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully he pops in soon. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what's happening here, to be honest with you, Chad. Why is there a fucking inflatable pepper sitting right next to her? This show is just weird. It's trying to be something that I don't think it's sure it wants.
Also, there's a thing. Have you ever heard of what's called the slump buster? Sometimes you want to sleep. If you've been in a slump, no, seriously, this is terrible.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, if you've been in a slump for a while, you find a girl that's a little portly, and they're gonna say yes. That's why we need a woman that's gonna help.
Lee says, I was talking about Sarah Gonzalez. Pearl is lying about her. Pearl was stalking Sarah Gonzalez because she was the. I can see that. Was that the end of Abba and Preach's video? Because this is the full one right here, so we might be able to catch it in this one.
Like a slump every once in a while.
Yeah, and then they think that they're hot.
Snooki's not hot. You're telling me Snooki is not hot.
I don't know how she looks now. I don't know much about
Snooki's still relevant. Why are we talking about Snooki? All right, that whole fucking show has been, has been relegated to the backwaters of cable. Why are we still talking about that? Snooki? Who fucking cares about Snooki?
Of Ozempic, she looks really good.
Oh yeah.
She's not really fat anymore. She's actually I think she's ill. She's so thin.
Please tell me there's not because I'm not on cable. I don't watch cable TV. Don't tell me there's like a Jersey Shore still running right now, right? Please tell me there's not another version of the Jersey Shore. Please tell me they killed that series for good, okay? That show was just completely an utter embarrassment.
Yeah, I mean, guys will screw anything. It's just who do they want to take out in public? It isn't generally fat single mothers.
I know. Our guys, I know. What do you think about all this like transgender stuff? I know. Luckily, we're not live, so you can say whatever you want. But like, do you think men are? Oh, who was that? Gorlock the Destroyer said men are being less masculine. I believe. Do you believe that?
Well, they're raised to be defective women.
Oh wow.
They're raised to be women.
Men are.
Yeah, they're put in a school system that's run by women.
That's true.
Usually, most marriages, the woman runs the marriage. Then they go into society where we constantly cater to women's feelings. Even at work, most men can't be open and honest at work because there's some woman in HR that's going to go crying. And so men are really, they're in a society that punishes masculinity. So
you think that's just the natural?
Because if we still had a society like back then where men could just do whatever the fuck we want, right? Especially in the office space, we would have more Vince McMahon situations happening. Because that, if you want an example, what happens when men run unchecked rough shots in the workspace, look at the Harvey Weinsteins of the world. Look at the Vince McMahons, okay? When shit gets real laxed in the workspace, shit like this happen. Now, I'm not saying that, people there are people that complain to HR over trivial things. Yeah, they exist out there. No one is denying that at all. Okay. So you red pill tards out there, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when they're comparing this to how society used to be, they're acting like we don't have a litmus test. We already know where we came from. Why do you think the laws are strict right now when it comes to HR, and not the laws, but like how policy is in certain workplaces, right? Because they want to avoid certain lawsuits. They don't want to have situations where some idiot, does something and then somebody else takes it out of context. That's why they have guidelines and policies. So, okay, there's a reason why they have those, because back in the day, things were a little weird. All right, dudes can smack a girl's ass in the office if they wanted to. I mean, it was common back then. Okay, so that's why this stuff exists, because when men run unchecked in the workplace, weird things happen. Okay, so they're not total. Society isn't totally wrong for putting things in place to clamp down on it. So if you feel as though that's taken away from men's behavior, okay, fine, whatever. You go ahead and take that, whatever it is, right? So, and then here's another thing she says. Well, we're turning men into de facto women, because look at who are dominating the teaching and in the schools and whatnot. It's women. No fucking duh. For all of human history, women, all right, especially with children, as they get to a certain age, have always been responsible for not only taking care of them, but educating them. All right, women are the ones that are supposed to transfer culture to the children, while adults help them and mold them and guide them, especially the men, towards the consequences they may face in the future, right? As we men prepare them for consequences, women prepare them for culture. That's how it's always been. So now we're surprised that we're seeing women gravitate towards nursing. We're seeing women gravitate towards teaching, things that they're biologically mostly wired to do in the first place, right? Things that they've been doing for eons, because again, women are naturally nurturing. These are your own talking points, but yet you're saying these very same thing that are innate with women, wanting to help the young, right? Young boys, young girls. that's the reason why society is failing, you lost me. I'm sorry, you lost me. Now, if you want to say, hey, there's some radical people right now who are activists that somehow got a job as teachers and they are radicalizing kids, okay, you're going someplace with that, right? Because I can agree with that. I've had professors when I was at university that I was like, yo, this person's insane. Like, who let this man in? Who gave this guy a teaching job? He shouldn't be anywhere near a fucking higher education campus, okay? He shouldn't be there, all right? So we know that. We know that exists. There are activist teachers and professors out there. However, are we going to sit there and say the vast majority of women who gravitate to being teachers and being in these support roles, they're directly responsible for ruining men? That's horrible. That's a horrible thing to say, and that's not true. Okay, just like people say, a lot of women raise culture. Okay, not saying the culture is the best right now, but listen, teachers are trying as best they fucking can. You need to put it on the parents, okay? Because the parents that are not helping the teachers out, they're not. Listen, some of y'all parents got horrible children, but y'all don't take care of them. You expect the school to be a babysitter. And then when the school says, hey, your kid's an idiot, he needs to stop, or she needs to stop having her phone in class, or stop talking back to the teachers or whatnot, guess what the parent does? The parent comes in there and yells at the teachers. Instead of scolding their kid and making sure their kid, doesn't do wrong and respects the teachers, the parents join in to ridicule the teachers. That's why people aren't teaching no more. All right. So you sitting there talking about, yeah, it's the women and they're just dominating these societies and that's why it's all going to hell. You lost me. It's not true. All right. Just stop it.
Well, outcome that's going to happen through the system that we're put through. Wow. That's deep.
Think about what % of teachers do you think are women?
I'm guessing it's probably like 85 or something.
Roughly, yeah.
Because there's always coaches and stuff, and I was lucky that I had some coaches. But it's funny you say that because I used to always get in, like, Dorothy Meecom, I'd always get in more trouble with my female teachers, women teachers.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's the school system like punishes men for they switched the school system to become more feminine. Mm-hmm. So, for example, it used to just be like test scores. You take a test, if the answer is right, you pass. If it's wrong, you don't. Now you add in things like essays. You add in things that women are better at. Like typically,
essays? Wait a minute. Wait, you're saying that women running higher education all of a sudden are introducing things like essays and writing, things dedicated to giving them a leg up in society. What? What is she saying, bro? This don't make any sense.
Test scores. You take a test. If the answer is right, you pass. If it's wrong, you don't. Now you add in things like essays. You add in things that women are better at, like typically like attendance. Men are logical, so if they think they can pass the test without going, they just don't go.
Well, what about that?
What? This is such a nonsensical point. What is she? Yo, so you're saying that before women came in there with their agenda, all right, with higher education, colleges used to just be about, taking a test and that's it, because men are logical and they'll just take a test and that's all they got to do. But, since the women got in the game, now they got to introduce essays and you got to have attendance scores now and all these different things. And you know how men are very logical. Okay. If we just got to take a test, we'll take a test. Bro, shut up. That doesn't even make any sense, even from where we're sitting, dog. Like, I'm pretty sure essays have always been a thing, especially in writing classes. That's not an inherent woman invention. What are you talking about? What? And this moron is just going to let her get away with it. This idiot over here, this Walmart Tucker Carlson is going to sit there and let her get away with this talking point? How is essay relegated to just being a female activity? So writing essays and showing up early to class, that's the female agenda. I'm done. She's a fucking idiot, dude. She's so dumb. Oh my goodness, bro.
That were more single women own homes than single men.
Well, why do they own the homes?
They have a punani. They can get money for that punani.
No. I would guess a lot of them got it through divorce.
Oh,
I mean, that's there's nothing that makes a woman richer than divorce and sex work.
Well, we got to get into sex work.
Alimony, child support. It's a business.
Damn. Well, speaking of business, one of the most viral moments that you've had over the past, I don't know, I know you've been on the scene for a few years, but I would say of 2024 or 2023, excuse me, was when you went on Piers Morgan and he called you an anti-Semite and all this stuff, which I don't think you are. And you have a mutual friend. I'm very good friends with Nick Fuentes too. I get in a lot of trouble for associating with him and being his friend, even though
you a clown too. You look like you be friends with Nick Fuentes. Something just tells me you look like a Nick Fuentes fanboy over here. Best friends for life, huh?
You would say that he's a reincarnation of Satan, and that he denies the Holocaust, which I'm not saying he does, but you know what I'm saying is he's a very controversial figure. You know that he's costed me opportunities for associating with him. I'm sure the same's happened with you, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nick's he's a nice person. Basically I had him on the show, and for months it was like every interview, because I just did a one-on-one. I didn't know too much about his stuff, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I like Wikipedia'd him, and it said he was all these crazy things.
I'm the exact same thing. My story is the exact same.
But it's that mine is similar. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, it says he's anti-Semitic, racist, all this stuff. It says the
Yeah.
same thing about me. I know that's not true.
Yeah.
So I bring him on, I do this interview. And for months, it's like, that is all anyone wanted to talk about. Oh, you had him on, you had him on, you had him on. So then 6 months later, I write a song that's like, why is everybody... Why?
Everybody, hey Nick, I know. See, but that's the thing.
I get it. I get it. He is crazy.
You wrote a song about why people couldn't talk about Jews. That's the song you wrote. Okay, it wasn't about why is everyone hating Nick Fuentes? Like, oh my God, I don't know why everyone hates. That's not it at all. You were leaning into the whole right-wing conspiracy and you know what's crazy about this far right and the far left conspiracy? They all converge about the conspiracy of Jews running everything, right? And it's crazy because you even look at the Israel and Palestine situation right now, and you're looking at the notorious shit job of the Israeli media and how horrible they are when it comes to this. It's like, okay, if the Jews really controlled everything, all right, why is it that like they can't even control their own media presence? Online, on social media? Like, y'all are just dumb. Like, yeah, just because people are overrepresented in a certain field does not mean that there's a conspiracy to take it over. Again, there are a bunch of black folks in basketball, playing basketball, being basketball coaches right now, moving up the rank, even in NFL, right? You go from, these high-end players, and then before you know it, they're becoming multi-millionaire earning sportscasters, right? Where they make announcements and things like that, okay? Black folks are dominating the sports of football, basketball, and some of these other places, right? That'd be weird to sit there and look at them and say, hey, you know what? There's a conspiracy here about, all these just black folks. They just somehow just end up in the spot. There must be something going on because they're pushing all these other people out. I mean, why can't they be more Asians? Why can't there be more white people playing basketball? Actually, this was going on with white folks too, by the way, when black folks was taking over basketball, right? That's what happened. There was that, wow, the black folks are coming. They're going to take it all over. There's not going to be spot for white players anymore. What's going to happen to us, right? It was all this nonsense. Just because people are overrepresented in a certain area does not mean there's a huge conspiracy for them to dominate that. That's not how that works, okay? This is just, it's crazy. But Pearl, you did a song. You did a song specifically talking about why people can't talk about the Jews, all right? It's like, you kind of asked for that one. You were asking for that one on Piers Morgan's, okay? Because I'm going to tell you why people don't talk about the Jews. Because they don't play with their image like that, all right? They don't play with that shit. After the Holocaust or whatever the fuck it is, right? They don't play with that, okay? When they say it's not going to happen again, they fucking mean it. Meaning, and they're online, they got these organizations and whatnot just to make sure that, hey, if there's any sign that anti-Semitism can rear its ugly head ever again, we got to clamp down on it, right? So y'all are taking that to be, they're just taking over the world, huh? No, that's not how it works. There are a bunch of Jews in banking. Does that mean that they're taking over the banking world? I mean, come on, dude. Like, we just got to be real about that. That's not how that works.
The opinions, I don't, we even
I don't endorse his opinions. I really don't. I don't.
You can't have him on without everybody, and so. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Tony says, aren't Jews white people? No, no, they're not. Yeah, you got some white dudes who are Jews, and most of them from Russia and whatnot, right? But most Jews are Arabs. I don't think you guys understand that. Most Jews are Arabs, dog. They're in the Middle East somewhere, probably in Israel or Yemen or some place like that. But there's not a lot of them. But a lot of Jews are they're mainly Arabs. That's it. They're all like, a lot of you got European Jews and Jews all over the place and whatnot, right? You could call it diaspora, I guess, right, of Jews with different areas. But majority of Jews are Arabs, bro. Like, not all Arabs are Muslims. I hope you understand that, right? For people who are really thinking out here, okay? Let's not stereotype people's ethnicity here, okay? Just because you're an Arab does not mean you're a Muslim. There are Arabs that are Jews. Matter of fact, there are Arabs that are Christians too. So again, I think majority of Jews are Arabs, not like inherently white. I think that's a weird concept that people have. But yeah, there are white Jews out there.
Well, it's like Nick derangement syndrome is a real thing.
We'll get into Nick here a little later, but you went super viral because you sang this song. So I'm hoping to recreate that viral moment. And tonight we're going to sing a song in honor of Palestine because now we brought in. Jimmy, why are you naked, Jimmy? This isn't the Toby Keith tribute.
Look at
dude.
this.
Oh, I thought.
Look at this. What is this?
This is not the Toby. This is a different part. This is a ceasefire. Joe Biden.
Look at this. I mean, chat, what is this? Look at this. I mean, the dude just walks out naked. Like, what are we doing? What is this? Yo. Hey, yo. This is crazy. This is
No, I'm not changing. I already committed to the
Oh my gosh. Okay, do you want to play the guitar or should he, Pearl?
I mean, he can. I don't care.
You don't want to touch
I
the
don't.
guitar?
He
Well,
seems
I mean,
really.
if you play the guitar, we only have one mic, so you have to stand really close. To
Okay,
me.
go
Okay,
ahead.
so the song's gonna go. Ceasefire.
You gotta say. I condemn. I condemn.
Ceasefire, Joe Biden, you are a liar.
Ceasefire. Joe Biden, you are a liar. Come on, Pearl. One time, right?
Should I go?
Yeah, ceasefire. Joe Biden, you are a liar. Ceasefire.
I'm done. I can't do this. Yo, chat, I'm sorry. What the fuck is this? What they even got Pearl singing along. Ceasefire. What do we? Why is he naked? Why are we answering the question? Why is he naked? What is this? What the fuck is? Oh my god, bro. This is crazy. This is insane. Yo, I actually kind of want to watch a little bit. I want to see where they're going with this, okay? I want to see what happens to Pearl because she looks quite comfortable in this. Maybe this is as close as she's ever seen a man without his clothes on before. Maybe this is exciting for her. We don't know.
Fire, ceasefire, Joe Biden.
Pearl, you got this right. Girl.
Ceasefire, Joe Biden, you are a liar.
We actually got her to sing the shit. Look at it. Look at this. Over here singing along with a naked dude in a cowboy hat. Like, this is crazy.
Ceasefire, Joe Biden, you are a liar. Fucking Piers Morgan, suck it.
Also, I like my
Number one.
I do think Nick Fuentes is the reincarnation of Satan. So
He
Well-
does like he thinks he works for the FBI.
Hey, I don't know. I had him
A
on.
lot of people think that, but then he is friends with Ali Alexander, and Ali Alexander did send dick pics to kids, supposedly,
I don't
allegedly.
like it.
Allegedly.
Here's what I know. People say all this crazy stuff about me. A lot of it isn't true.
Yes.
What I've learned in this industry is I'm going to talk to someone. I'm not going to go in. I'm going to treat them based on how they treat me. And he was polite to me.
That's
so I don't. That's how I feel.
It doesn't matter if they were just polite to you. Look at the content of their character, bro. Nick Fuentes has poor character. The guy hates just about every other race, including himself. All right, the guy talking about, those Italians and those whites and or not whites. What do you call it? Those Mexicans, right? Isn't he a Mexican Italian mix, right? So it's like, yo, what? Like you so for the white team that you don't even realize, bro, you're mixed yourself. In a perfect world, in your ideal world, Nick Fuentes, you yourself shouldn't be a thing. You wouldn't even exist. Okay, so again, it's just one of those things where, it's just so disgusting when they bring up Nick Fuentes in such a glowing light. It's like, yo, are y'all high? He's clearly a scumbag.
I'm telling you, I get in
People
trouble.
say a
I
lot
had
of
to-
crazy stuff about me that's not true. So it's like, how do I know what's true and what's not true?
But Nick did cost me some opportunities with Turning Point USA. I got that straight now because I don't associate with Nick because he's too toxic. And it's not that I don't like him personally, but it's if you do, it's a scarlet letter right on your chest.
Boom. That's a yo, Pearl. Are you that stupid? This is what we say. You associated with someone like Nick Fuentes, you are marked. You got the mark. It's over with. All right. But you, Myron, or all these other pill popping weirdos like Sneeko, you all decided to associate it with Nick Fuentes. And now you guys are surprised that you're all being departnered left and right. Why are you surprised? Even this guy, I don't even know what this guy is. All right. Is this the Blaze? Is this the Blaze, bro? Is that what this is? What does this be? This looks like the Blaze logo. Yo, chat. Does this guy work for the Blaze? He's got his own channel, right? But that's the Blaze logo. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if you guys know more about this channel. It seems like, and if you guys who don't know what the Blaze is, it's like I would say it's alt-right, but they're very far-right conservative media network online. Okay, who was that guy that started it? I forgot his name, but he seemed like a little whiny tard. But yeah, okay, this makes perfect sense to me. If that's the Blaze, it makes perfect sense to me. Okay, yeah, okay. Most questions have been answered at this point. But yeah, I mean, come on. You guys associate with guys like Nick Fuentes, and you know this guy. He's saying, "Hey, he cost me some opportunities with Turning Point USA." Isn't that Tucker Carlson's rodeo show? Turning Point. Glenn Beck. Shout out to Kevon Slims. It's a Glenn Beck, that smarmy guy, right? Again, everybody knows at this point, Nick Fuentes is bad product. You don't invite Nick Fuentes to anything, okay? Because if you do, you will get canceled. It just is what it is, right? And Pearl, you knew that, but you decided because you wanted clout. Your thirst for clout was greater than even your thirst for keeping your platform alive. And you invited him over, and now you're surprised that everything's going downhill for you. I mean, let's just be real here.
Oh, it is. And I didn't know that when I had him on. Like, I knew he was controversial, but it's like everyone's, like, if you look up so many
But he said Hitler is good.
Yes.
He was saying pro-Hitler propaganda. That's, I mean,
like
he's smart.
Like, you can't deny that. Anyone that sits there like Nick Fuentes does and glorifies Hitler, not just Hitler, but we even played the video of that interview where Pearl was on with Nick Fuentes and he was glorifying Stalin. The guy was glorifying Stalin, Joseph Stalin, that starved millions of people. Some of them his own people, he killed them off. That guy is somehow a great guy, according to Nick Fuentes, or Hitler. He's somehow great. Let's just be real here. There's some things that are just too toxic for any kind of media. I don't care who you are.
Smarter than to say that. He was saying that to be edgy.
And he hangs out with Ali Alexander.
You
Remember
love
that?
Ali Alexander.
I don't know who
Well,
that
he's my
is.
favorite, Ali Alexander.
I don't know.
Jimmy was a homosexual until he went to gay conversion therapy. Mike Pence.
I don't know.
That is
I don't know.
true.
Look, I base my opinions of people based on how they treat me.
Ali Alexander, that dude that was accused of being a pedo by who's that one lady named Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene accused somebody of being a pedo. Let me look him up real quick.
What the internet says, not what other people say. He was nice to me, so that's my opinion.
That's the Nick Fuentes question and answer. Okay.
Yes.
What do you think about
It is that guy. It is that guy. Him. Yeah, he's the one that got exposed. Yeah, he looked like the guy you don't want in a middle school, dog. Look at him. Yeah, he got accused of being a little Geppetto. Yeah, okay. It seems it makes sense. Y'all rolling with with the crew over here. It makes perfect sense to me.
Think about Jimmy though going to gay conversion therapy. Do you think it actually works?
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Is it worth a shot? Do you think a gay guy should go there?
I mean, I don't think they should or they shouldn't. I
They give
don't know
him a
anything.
Playboy magazine and they just make him crank it to it 100 times a day.
I don't know anything about it.
Mike
So.
Pence is all about it. He loves it.
Well, remember the chant we had to do that you actually led, Alex?
I don't want to be gay today. I don't want to be gay today. I don't want to be gay today. Bro, you can say, I don't want to be gay today. 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 Techno!
I'm done. I'm done. I don't know what's happening here. I'm kind of nervous. I don't want to get canceled. I don't know what the fuck this is. This show is weird. It really is weird. I don't know what's going on. It makes sense, bro, because it seems like y'all are getting shadow banned like crazy right now with YouTube. Like, like this is crazy. This only had 18,000 views. You got over 205,000 subscribers. There's something wrong with this ratio over here. It probably has something to do with this weird shit y'all are doing on your show. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Good luck to y'all. Thank you. Casey Shotzi says, "Hey, Duke, just showing love. Shout out to you." Lay says, "I sent pictures. Check your email now, please." Let me see what's going on with the email. A more deep shot to you says, "To be fair, Pearl took the extreme position of being slavery apologist. It wasn't that bad," while Nick said, "Right." Yeah, yeah, he did. But before that, though, you got to understand, Nick Fuentes was talking about the Holocaust and how that was an embellishment, right? So then Pearl was the one that said, yeah, it's kind of like with black folks and Roots, right? The guy who wrote Roots said he wanted a myth for my people to live by, right? It's like, that's not true. Alex Haley wrote Roots, and that's not what he said at all. He didn't say he wrote a myth so his people can live by it. No, that's not what he said. He said that you can't possibly know the type of dialogue that went on between a slave and his master word for word back then because you weren't there. But what you can do is gather from historical sources like reading, talking to people who are descendants of people who went through that, all that stuff to put together the best possible picture and present it on screen of what life was like back then for slaves and, things like that. It wasn't a myth for people to live by. Pearl completely took that out of context by trying to agree with Nick Fuentes' Holocaust thing. That's what pissed a lot of people off because it's like, it's not the same, bro. You're saying it's the same thing. It's not the same thing, bro. 400 years of slavery. Come on, bro. Let's just.
All right.
So it was pretty traumatizing gay conversion therapy, though.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
It worked though. I have a kid now.
I know a couple of our counselors molested some children at it too. So.
Yeah, it was bad.
Well, sorry about that.
I didn't get molested. Don't apologize to me.
I did.
Yeah, Jimmy did.
Oh, Lee, who are these women? Who are these people? Oh shit, there's Pearl. That just came out of nowhere. That is not a pretty face, dog. I'm gonna just be real with you. Who are these women? What is this? This is crazy. But this is like a bunch of trad people who are trying to convince a bunch of conservative simps to give them money. That's what this looks like right here. What the fuck? It's crazy, bro.
They shoved a broomstick up my my anus.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I don't know what the show is. I'm not used to this kind of a vibe. I don't know where y'all are going. I don't want to be part of it. This seems a little too weird for me. Listen, I just tried to get full context, and I got way more than I bargained for. You got a naked dude over here. You got people singing about I don't want to be gay. I mean, okay, nobody said you were unless you had some feelings, my boy. I mean, it's okay. Just let it out. We know most of these people out here are sus already, so it's okay. We're in a different era. just be who you are. Just stop judging other people, and you'll be all right. But chat, let me know what you guys think, okay? Was this absolutely the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen coming from Pearl's mouth? Okay, I'm not talking about the show we just watched. This is cringe as hell. It's honestly, it may have just overflowed the cringe meter for me. I don't know what it's just cringe to me, okay? So we're not talking about that, but we are talking about what's going on with this whole controversy with Gonzalez. Okay, I mean, what do you guys think that is the big motive for Pearl doing these things, or probably a lot of these pill poppers doing this stuff with a lot of these other content creators? Do you think it's for clout, or do you think they're saying all these vulgar stuff intentionally to trigger people? In this case, particularly other content creators who are possibly larger on other platforms to get them to respond, or do you just think, you know what, these guys are just speaking their minds, Duke? This is freedom of speech. This is what it's supposed to be about. But all these feminists, that's right, these feminists are just getting triggered. That's what this is. It's just, Duke, feminists are getting triggered. Okay, Pearl is speaking facts. Y'all let me know. Put a 1 if you think they're doing this on purpose to clout chase. Put a 2 if you think no, Pearl speaking facts and a lot of people are triggered. Listen, we're open platform over here. You can say what you want to say, okay? Listen, you can vote how you want to vote. I just need to know where the hell you guys are at, okay? But I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world right now, but spending time with Duke the Don does mean a lot to me. And I'm sorry you guys had to go through that cringe video. I like I didn't know it was gonna get that bad. Like it was kind of cringy. I didn't want to put y'all through all that. But shout out to you guys. Listen, we got a lot of videos coming down the pipeline this week, so stay tuned. And like I said, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace.